there from Team Lightning Robotics. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I built my first combat robot and how I entered the world of electronics. As it all started 4 years ago when I saw battle bots on television for the first time, and I immediately fell in love with it. So, I decided to build my own combat robot, but at the time, I didn't understand anything about electronics, so I started by opening up RC cars and modifying them to learn something. Over time, I became better and better until I decided to buy a 3D printer. With that, I started to learn CAD and how to 3D print, and after building a lot of robots, I finally decided that it was time to take the big step into real competitions. First of all, I had to decide what kind of robot I wanted to create. I personally have always been passionate about robots that were not aimed at destruction but at control and resistance, like flippers or lifters. But they were all too complicated for me, so I decided to opt for a more compact design like a drum spinner. So I started by drawing sketches of the robot on paper and then moving on to 3D and then to 3D printing. Since a traditional controller would have been too expensive, my first idea was to use an Arduino to control the robot via Bluetooth. The wheels would have been made of TPU to provide greater grip, but well, it didn't go as planned. First of all, I didn't have the necessary skills to operate the Arduino with Bluetooth, and secondly, the robot was planned to compete in the 450-gram weight class, which was impossible given that near my house there are only tournaments for 150-gram robots. So I decided to make substantial modifications to the robot, but also to stick to the robot's original design. For the motors, I used two 600 RPM N20S that I bought on AliExpress. For the controller, I opted for a cheap and easy to install FlySky. For the battery, I decided to combine two 3.7 volt batteries because a 7.4 volt battery weighed too much. After making these changes, I reprinted and assembled the robot. It worked well, but it still weighed too much, so I was forced to redesign it, making it smaller this time and with a lighter blade. Finally, the robot worked and fit within the weight limit without any problems. And here at Island, Voyager 2. If you liked the video, remember to subscribe because next time we'll test it in the arena.